Goodness gracious. Goodness, there's one. Lost one. There he is. Yes, sir. Goodness gracious, big one. Plopper-style topwater lures are the favorite of many anglers across the planet, and that's for two main reasons, which we'll discuss in this video. Yeah! And as we do that, I'm gonna take you on a fishing expedition down one of my favorite rivers in the kayak to fish, catching bass the whole way. And to add even more learning about this style of lure, I'm gonna explain exactly where I was getting the bites on the plopper and why, so you guys can become better topwater anglers, specifically with this exact topwater right here. My name's Tyler, and let's talk about it. Another giant, another giant. Look at that, y'all. I can't believe what I just caught. Yes! That should be a fish. That should be a fish. Come on now. Oh. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come here. A great way to get hooked is by a smallmouth and a plopper. Let me get my pliers. Gosh, no, 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 no. Hoo, 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 hoo. He almost got me. He almost got me. 2 hooks. Thank you, my friend, for giving me a nice little 1-pound smallmouth to start out this video. Now, today we are on one of my favorite rivers ever to fish on the entire country, and I'm in my brand new Bonafide RVR kayak. I have built this thing specifically for river fishing, and that's the plan for today's video. Now, this river has tons of turns and twists. It meanders its way around the Minnesota countryside. It's got bridges, tons and tons of laydown logs and current breaks, and maybe a few rapids here and there. As I turn the kayak here, you can see one of the beautiful laydowns they have in this body of water. And they had some kind of tornado or high wind event come through last week and knock down a whole bunch more trees. So we should have tons and tons of stuff to fish today. I'm excited about today's episode. Today's episode is brought to you by the links in the video description. So I work with Tackle Warehouse. They're an awesome online retailer of rods, reels, line, the whole shebang. And so if you shop online for tackle, I have all of the stuff that I use linked down below, and those are affiliate links. So if you click on those links and purchase literally anything, it gets attributed to me and I make a small portion of that sale. It's one of the ways that I help provide for my family, because this is my full-time job, which again is just such a huge blessing. And so if you're feeling like ordering some tackle, and you can remember, click those links down there. It doesn't even have to be the product I linked, it just has to be any product, and your purchase will count towards my income, which my wife and my son would greatly appreciate. But let's get going. We got tons and tons of stuff. I mean, I'm not kidding y'all. Now, this river has been home to some of my favorite catches ever. Got him. Got him. Big one on the jig. Look at that fish right there. Got him. Yes, baby. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, gosh. Woo. Goodness gracious. No way. No way. No way. No way, no way, no way. Yes! But also some of my biggest mistakes ever. Gosh, dang it. Holy crap, holy crap. One sec. I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No, no! Matter of fact, I put out an entire video about my kayak fishing mistakes. I'll leave it linked below. I got some of the clips from that video, and they were almost all, ooh, I got one, I think. Yeah, almost all shot in this river here. And so we got our second fish of the day. This place is chocked full of bass, not all big ones, as you can see. I gotta keep my pliers like extra handy. This smallmouth be crazy. We get this hook out. Ooh, oh gosh, I feel like today is the day I'm gonna get hooked. I feel like it's coming. So I'm probably going to use the net as much as I can, especially for a fish that's over 2 pounds. Oh no. And we got stuck. One thing I love about this kayak so far is just how maneuverable it is around all the shallow cover and sticks and rocks that my native, while being a fantastic bigger water kayak, man, it just can't do the same things this kayak can. So that's why I have both. The conditions we have today, early fall, you'll see in the shots a little bit of the leaves changing. Not a whole lot yet. This is the first cold front. that we've had up here. Water is high in the river, which is fantastic. I'd much rather it be high than low because that makes the current flow faster and gives these fish more places to hang. Maybe the common thought would be that you want less places for them to hang because it will gather them up, but I have not found that to be the case in most rivers I've fished. It seems like they don't stick to the bank when they have less stuff. They kind of roam out there in the middle. You want the water to be higher. Ideally, you want the water to just be, you know, where it's always gonna be. Normal pool, so everything's predictable, but you can't always get what you want. And you're really gonna see me rotate between 3 main lures: a plopper style, this here's the Mach Patroller, a jig, I've got a 1/2 ounce cage fighter, outcast tackle cage fighter, and then I've got a vibrating jig as well. That's gonna be the majority of the rods you see. I've also got a Ned rig in case maybe I find a deeper hole that the fish could be sitting on. But I really think it's gonna be a lot of laydowns today. And I'm not sure if they're gonna be on the new stuff. You can tell this branch just fell in the water. The wood is still, you know, light brown on the inside. There's still alive leaves on the tree. Man, there's actually quite a few of the fresh ones. In all my years of bass fishing, anytime you've got fresh trees fall in the water, it usually takes a while for bass to call those home. We've just got so much to fish today. I also forgot my sunglasses today, which is not ideal. I'll probably be all squinty eyes by the end of the day. Oh, come on, backside of a tree that's been here for a while. What nice ASMR we have there. Oh, haha. There we go. Hey, I let the fish have it. Oh, he got it upside down. Look at that. Dude, don't bite like that. Got him. Thank you, friendo. Bunch of little dinkers so far. So far, I'm just fishing the swing bank. As the river swings, the outside is almost always going to be deeper than the inside swing. And I've just found over the years that the outside deeper water, at least during the summer and fall, holds more fish. It's got more current. Not going to say it's like that every time, but a large portion of the time it is. Now, what I just talked about might not have totally landed for everybody watching this video, so I want to actually show a map view of what anglers mean when they talk about swing banks in rivers. So what you see here on the screen is the mighty Mississippi River in Minnesota. It's not the actual river I'm fishing in this video, but it does a good job at kind of explaining what I'm talking about when I say swing banks. So as I zoom in here, you will see from north to south, we have the way the current flows. So I'm going to use the pen. That is the direction of the current right there. And what happens when water flows through a river, for the vast majority of bottom compositions, you're gonna have some form of change the water makes to the actual contours of your river. I don't care how small it is, how big it is, what the flow level of the river is. Now, if it's like a babbling brook that doesn't see flooding conditions very often, any high volume of water, you may not have these big swing banks. And on huge rivers that also kind of opposite of that are still lazy rivers per se, they don't experience huge floods, you may not have as steep of swing banks. I'm thinking about rivers like the one I fished where you could cast across them in 1 to 4 casts. That's the size river I'm thinking about. And the Mississippi maybe is just a little bit larger than that. So as the current flows down, it hits what's called a swing area. And the swing is just like that. Now, it could be a total U. It could be a total upside down U. It could be a left or a right one. And as I kind of zoom around here, this here would also technically be a swing, but it's, again, not nearly as intense of a swing, as strong of one, but it still is an area where the current is going straight and then it turns, and that's gonna change how the bottom composition actually is. And so if I transfer over to the Active Captain app, this actually shows, it's a Garmin product, what the topographic map looks like, which even though it's not a fantastic map, it actually shows you why the swing bank matters. So as we saw, the current is going from top right to bottom left, and as soon as it hits that swing, not only is there a deeper area on kind of both sides there of that point, on the bottom side and the top side, it actually gets deeper there as well. And that's due to the current having to swing and usually get faster in those areas. And it's actually, if I zoom in on this here, it's actually a skinnier area as opposed to the area to the left of it and to the right, even though just slightly, which is called a choke point. And wherever you see a choke point in a river, it's also going to get swifter current and therefore a slightly deeper area. Now, is this gonna have a factor in every body of water across the country? Probably not, but as I kind of just zoom around this river here and I look for choke point, just like that one right there, you can see it goes from the yellow on my map is 10 to 15, and the green is 15 to 20. And so you have a good area of 0 to 15 feet, and then as soon as it gets to a choke point, it gets deeper. And as I keep going down the river here, it looks like the current gets stronger right there, that choke point. Again, gets deeper there. Now, not every single swing is going to come with a deeper swing bank. So you have to actually fish your bodies of water to fully understand what's down there. This swing, for example, on the map, it might look like, matter of fact, let's look at it. Might look like there is a swing bank, yeah, right there, but there's really not. That's the exact area we were looking at. There's not actually a deeper swing bank right there at that exact spot. Current swings down, it is shallow in this area right here where all the red is, and then as soon as it hits that right side, the current swings from right to left and causes a deeper area, which usually makes an actual steeper bank right on the bank where you're fishing. On today's body of water that I'm fishing, this actually manifested itself in pretty drastic changes to the bottom composition. Let me show you. This here is an actual section of the river I was fishing today, and you'll see any place that the current pushes into a swing causes the opposite side to actually get shallow, and you'll see that by the sand here, the sand here, the sand, even though you can't see it quite as much, the sand right here, which means I'll switch to blue here, that this bank and this bank and this bank are all good, deeper swing banks. And I'm not saying that fish are going to relate to that sort of thing at all times of the year, but I would say summer for sure, fall kind of more or less, winter for sure if you have actual flowing water in your river in the winter. The majority of your fish, especially spotted bass, shoal bass, smallmouth Guadalupes, any kind of non-largemouth species, and even largemouth per se, are gonna find themselves positioning on those kind of banks. Now, Tyler, why would they actually choose to be in that heavy current as opposed to, kind of in a current eddy or outside of the current waiting for stuff to blow by? Oftentimes in these environments, it is so competitive, the fish need to be in that current. They have to live in that current. And so are they gonna be behind a log or a rock on that swing bank if they can be? Absolutely. You've seen that already, and you'll continue to see that later on in the fishing part of this video, where the fish just love to sit on these big stumps that are, again, in the shade on the swing bank, the perfect place for a big bass to be. And as I zoom in here, I'm gonna circle a few things. We're gonna lay down, we have a big tree sticking out, we have a nice other lay down, we have kind of two other lay downs here, and then we have swing bank, and then we have a shallow sand flat. So all of these areas on this river will hold fish at some point. In today's body of water, they were all on the red parts. Now, I caught some fish, had some bites on the blue parts, none on the green. I'll discuss green here in a second. But if you are trying to formulate a pattern, bass fishing, for the most part, in most bodies of water, can be a pattern-oriented activity. So you discover, based on 1, 2, 3 bites, what the fish are doing on that day. Could be a location, could be a lure, could be a color, could be whatever kind of thing you're trying to figure out what they're biting on. And then you use that knowledge to actually form a pattern the rest of your fishing day. And that's exactly what I try to do every time I go out on the water. And so in today's fishing day, I noticed they were on the red areas. I still got some bites on the blue, but the green, I did not get any bites on. And that is because the main current flow is just not in those areas. And so the fish have no reason to be there. Now, when do they have a reason to be there? And that brings me to a day I had in the springtime that sadly I actually deleted the kayak footage of, but I had an awesome day catching largemouth on a topwater frog when they were spawning. and that is the only time I've ever found fish to be in that green area, on those sand banks outside the current. You even see one appear on the top left side of your screen. In the spring, in current situations, I will find fish want to get as far away from that as they can. And so I was catching topwater fish on like the most bland, ugly stuff possible, which honestly surprised me. But now that I fished plenty of rivers in my kayak this year, in the spring, the summer, and the fall, I can tell you that these markings on the screen right here are exactly where you should focus your efforts when you're fishing, making sure to try every possible location until you get a few bites, and then take your pattern from there. So hopefully all of that made sense. I look forward to doing a whole lot more map study with you guys here on my iPad. I literally got this thing just for these videos, so hopefully it teaches y'all something. Enough talk, let's get back on the water and see some more awesome plopper fish catches. Yeah, one thing I am gonna do though is skip the majority of the brand new branches. Just don't foresee that being a big thing. Oh goodness, dang it, oh no. Ah, that was like a 3-pounder. Man, I was drifting to it already. Shoot. I'm gonna get quite a few bites today that I'm not gonna land, I think. I see a good angle. Oh. There we go. Ooh, nope. Yep, that's the way to get stuck right there. Might as well use this to my advantage here. Get myself up in here. Okay, let's see if I can stand up. Get a good, oh, this is so risky. I don't think a plopper style is the right bait to flip in here. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. How? Oh, he got off. Well, he wasn't that big, but that was crazy. Let's get out of here. That is several unsuccessful bites in a row. One thing, I don't know, you probably can't tell from this camera angle, but it's a foot deep right here. Besides one cast up by these sticks, I'm not even gonna fish down this bank. Shallow as dirt. No offense to dirt. Hold up though. We got a little overhang. Oh, I knew it. Oh, come on. No. Oh, I set the hook. You don't really need to set the hook with the dang plopper style. Goodness, this place is full of bass. I'm talking like chocked full of them. I was not expecting to get this many bites right off the rip. Not gonna complain, but was not expecting that. I've got a rule, I cannot have my sweet treat, which usually is a sweet tea, until I catch a 3-pounder. Which I feel like I've already botched once, not gonna botch it again. Come on, a cut bank. Oof. Oofda, as they say. Lost one. There he is, yes sir. I knew I'd have it on a cut bank. Oh, look at this giant. Giant bass. Can you shake off for me? Nope. I can shake you off though. With my pliers. These hooks get them so good. On all my little topwaters, I switch out whatever the stock hooks are with VMC red lines, and they are sharp. They are sharp. So in the effort of not wasting time, drop the trolling motor. There we go. What would have taken me 5 minutes to get up that bank last time just took me 30 seconds. Seems like a suspect place to catch a bass. Nah. I was just joking when I said that. Goodness, there we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First nice one of the day. I don't even know how well he has it hooked. I'm not sure if he even knows he is hooked. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's drop the anchor. We're good. Let's go around the rod tip. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, heck yeah. Nice fish. Nice fish. Come on. Come on now. We're going to use the net on you. Yes, we are. Come on. Get in here. It's my sweet tea fish right here, folks. It's my sweet tea fish. Yes! Oh, it feels so good to find. I mean, like that's 3 pounds for sure. He might be pushing a little bigger than 3. Awesome. Just on a deeper bank as we go down the backside of the break. And I'm gonna get this guy off the bait first before I get myself hooked. Beautiful. Oh my, look at that. Look at the belly on that bass. Just the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. Oh, guaranteed 3 pounds. I wouldn't say it's much bigger than 3, but we got a 3 pounder. That's our sweet tea fish, baby. Absolutely gorgeous Minnesota river tub right there on the dang plopper with the red line treble hooks. Sticks him every time. That fish didn't even know he was hooked for a while. And then finally when he did, started fighting. Just beautiful brownie. Don't tell my wife. I'll be kissing the big ones. I don't think I brought a scale, but I did bring a camera, so we're gonna take a picture. Down to the depths she swims. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, you should. You see all the latest and greatest updates before they hit the tubes. All right, we're having fun. Let us keep ourselves moving. Oh, and we got a sweet treat, sweet tea. I really wish I had sunglasses today. It's so bright. And if you want to see how I rigged this kayak, because I've got some of the best and brightest things on here, or latest and greatest, that's the term. I will leave that rigging video down below as well. Oh, that's not a bass. That was a pike. Thank you for getting off, mister. I did not need to catch you. Goodness, oh my goodness, big one, big one. It ate it right as it hit the, I can't talk, I can't talk. Holy cow, my goodness. Right as it hit the dang shore. Right as it hit the dang shore, that's a 4 pounder. That's a 4 pounder. Oh, goodness. This is non-stop topwater action. Get in here, yes sir, yes sir. Big one, look at that. Maybe it's not a 4, but it's the same size, if not a little bigger than my last one. And that hit the second it hit the bottom, or hit the water. Beautiful. Matter of fact, it's actually not all that much bigger. Actually, he may be a few ounces smaller. He felt ginormous in that current. And the way that he bit, man, you think he was the biggest one in the scoop. Oh gosh. Look at this, the beauty of that fish. Unreal. Unreal. Thank you, friend. Haha. That was fun. He jumped clean 2.5 foot out of the water. I couldn't talk. Too much dang stuff going on. That guy basically set the hook on himself. That's one of the advantages of treble hook topwaters. If you can throw a treble hook topwater, I would recommend it over a frog 100% of the time. Again, if you can. Sometimes the frog is just what you can throw. But if you got relatively open water, not much to get snagged on, you know, once you're fighting the fish, man, a treble hook topwater, they set the hook on themselves. And that was fun. If you don't like that, you won't like this channel. Now, as I just mentioned, topwater baits with treble hooks are vastly superior in the realm of hookup ratio success as opposed to a topwater frog or a buzzbait, any other kind of wire baits. And while that is the second reason why anglers love a topwater plopper, that should not be the first. The first reason is because this topwater right here, as compared to all the others, is incredibly versatile. Let me explain. Because it is a hard plastic material, it casts incredibly far and incredibly accurately, even at smaller sizes like the Mach Patroller 90 I'm using in this video, and to be honest, is probably my favorite for the majority of small bodies of water, and especially rivers and creeks. It's also incredibly easy to fish with, as all it takes is a cast and then a straight retrieve to get bites on this thing. There's no fancy retrieve needed. It's got a super loud noise, which is also to its advantage, and it floats. And all of those combined, all of those factors make this thing, in my opinion, the most versatile topwater lure out there. Unlike any other topwater, the plopper style can be cast incredibly accurately into very tight spots. you can leave it there for a second, and the second you begin your retrieve, the loud plop, 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 plop noise just triggers fish, and again, can be started and stopped at any point because it floats, and it's got 2 sharp treble hooks ready for action. The frog, the buzzbait, the walking bait, the popper, any other topwaters you want to mention, they can all do some of the things this topwater bait can do, but they cannot do all of them as effectively as this thing can. Now, Tyler, are you saying the plopper is the best topwater bait out there and I should throw no other baits? Absolutely not. The frog and the buzzbait and the popper, and especially the walking bait, they all have their own things they are good at, but especially for this situation, fishing for aggressive fish in current on swing banks in a river where I have to be extra accurate, this exact bait right here, the Patroller 90, is my choice 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10. It just has all the characteristics I need for that specific location. So once again, enough talking. Hopefully you guys learned something. Let's get back on the water for a few more awesome catches, including one of my favorites ever in my brand new kayak for sure on this bait right here. Goodness gracious. Whoa, whoa. I don't know if that even works. Holy cow. That was wild. That was wild and scary and wild. I don't know if that was a huge smallmouth or a pike. Either way, my blood is thinner than it was a second ago. Now, when it comes to colors for smallmouth bass for your topwater, in my opinion, you want chrome if it's sunny, and you want bone if it is cloudy. I just think when it's sunny, the sun reflects off of the entire chrome body, really helps the smallmouth find it. And then same thing in terms of helping them find it when it's not sunny. I think the all white or all black could work too. I just have more confidence in white. Really helps create a silhouette that I'm not saying all chrome wouldn't do, you know, in darker sky conditions, but I've also found that to be the case for largemouth too, except that I don't throw all chrome really a lot for largemouth. It's kind of a smallmouthy thing for me. I throw more shad tones, more clears and translucents and stuff for largemouth. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just moi. There's one. Dang it. Dang it. Oh my goodness, branches. Holy cow. That's a big smallie, I think. On the jig, I cast where I was going to cast the topwater. Oh my. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh man, what a debacle. That was a 4-pounder. That was a dang 4-pounder. Come on. I cast underneath that tree up there. I should have waited for my topwater. I cast it when I wasn't in position. Man. That's gonna happen. Whether you want it to happen or not, that kind of stuff's gonna happen. I could not get a good hook set on that fish. He was swimming with it by the time I pulled up, and man. Oh, just a perfect spot for one too, man. This is what I'm talking about by the shallow banks, but I cast to where the big trees are. GoPro, hopefully you can see that. Right there. That's the dang area that fish came from. And it would have eaten the topwater too. I got too excited, was trying to be efficient, making a bunch of casts, but I need to wait on an area like that until I get a dang good angle. Like I see another tree in the water right up here. Oh, such a fat fish. Such a fat fish. All right, here we go. Got a better angle. And of course that one's not gonna have a dang bass on it. I'm gonna catch a 4-pounder today. I will. Gosh. One just missed it right. Oh, pike, we're good, we're good. He followed it all the way to the butt. You know what, I'm having fantastic luck today with getting pike to not actually get hooked. Talk about rarities. That doesn't happen. Ooh, I'm about to catch one. Oh, the bass about to catch these hands. What? Jesus talked about the blasphemers that will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. That cast was blasphemous. So is that. Dang. Oh, what a cast. How? I landed my treble hook, double treble hook bait underneath a log. I am disappointed in the lack of lay down fish catches. Not disappointed in the amount of fish catches, because we're having a good time. Matter of fact, we're having, oh no, I just did a full loop with my topwater around a tree. Oh yeah, I wrapped it like 5 times. I'm thinking the bigger bass are probably kind of more choked up in the current areas, because the flow is not nearly as strong here. So I'm gonna just fish down this cut bank real quick and then try to get to the next cut, the next curve in the bank. And we got wind blowing in. Come on now. Goodness, there's one. There's one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally. Just gotta play you nice and slow. Play you nice and slow. Are you big? I can't tell how big it is. I mean, it's definitely a nice one. Oh, it's a Slimer. It's a Slimer. Dang it. Oh, hey. It's a dang snake. Dang snake got me. Can I please just grab you? You're pretty. You're a pretty pike, but you're gonna just mess up my hooks and cause me nothing but pain. All right. Enough of that. Goodness, my first cast in the shade. Nice one. Nice one. Come on now. Come on now. Let the anchor down. Got it? There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good one. Good one. All right. They're in the shade. They're in the shade. Come on now. Please let me land you. I've lost too many today. All right. Yes. Landed a bass. Finally. Nice one. 2.5-ish pounder. Can I grab you, please? No. Stop. Stop it. That's how they dang tear up your hooks. 2-pounder, braids in the way. Okay, focus on the deep banks, especially the ones in the shade. That's what I've come to know about today. Not in the shade, probably wasting my time. Am I gonna make some more casts in the sun? Probably. Are there more? On this river, I have not found there to be multiple fish in one area. You get one fish and that's it. I see a really primo spot right up here. The current is pushing by this little point. Oh, big one. Big one. Wow. I'm telling you, one and done. They are not coming back. And I'm going up current with my topwater, so I'm retrieving it slower than I would if I was casting up current and coming back down. So it's not like I'm going too fast for them. They're just being smallmouth. You know how they do. Goodness gracious, big one, big one. Holy cow, biggest one of the day. Biggest one. How did he not just break off? How did I not just lose that fish? How did I not just lose that fish? Holy cow. My hooks are gonna be bent to shreds. Oh, wow. Please work, anchor. Please work. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh no, he feels like he's stuck on something. Oh, he's stuck on my anchor. Oh, get it. No, please don't. Please don't. Oh my God, what a big one. What a big one. That's the biggest one I've ever seen out here. Biggest smallmouth I've ever seen out here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That might be a 6-pounder. Oh no, my trolling motor's on. Yes! Yes! He's in the boat. Holy cow. Turn the trolling motor off. Holy cow. That is a big smallmouth. That's a big smallmouth. Oh my goodness. Whoa. that's a 5. I mean, that's a bona fide 5-pounder. Holy cow. The second he took a run, I should have either broke off or had my hooks bend. Wow. I guess VMC Redline's strong enough for that. They're strong enough for anything. My gosh. That's a huge smallmouth. Look at that. Look at that fish. Yes! Oh my gosh, got me jacked up, baby. Oh my gosh, 5-pounder. Just the biggest, thickest, most beautiful smallmouth bass built for the current. Oh my gosh. Let's see how long you are, big girl. I'm running a Fishing Chaos online tournament all year long, also competing in the Strike King one right now. Oh, just a 19 and a quarter if I can get it there. No, just a 19. What a beautiful fish. I mean, guaranteed 4 3/4, 5 pounds. It is so heavy. We're gonna get you back in the water, big girl. Get you some energy. Throw you off. See ya. Holy cow. That was the biggest one I've ever hooked in this river. The second biggest one I've ever seen. That was so much fun. That was hectic, that was crazy. Pretty sure I pulled several different muscles during that fight. And let's check out my my hooks. Holy cow, they're fine. That's nuts. That's crazy. I mean, I must have had them like pinned by several different hooks. So they all kind of took the brunt. Well, here's the wind. Craziest of catches. I mean, that was pretty insane. Right where he should be. Stereotypical. Most current possible, cut bank, outside of a channel swing. Big one. I don't think I hooked one that big today. I think I might have hooked a 4, a few 3s and lost them, but that was next level. I love when they jump. I know it's you know, your likelihood of losing that fish is higher when they jump, but how fun is it just to watch a big old small jaw do his thing? To me, that's worth the price of the jump. Goodness, there's one. Get away from that tree. Get away from that tree for the rod tips, please. Thank you. Thank you. Right where he should be. Cut bank under a log. How predictable are these fish? This is great. This is great. He's not big, but I'll let him take me down current. He's a nice one. These fish are so predictable. This is great. Goodness. I mean, he's a nice one. Don't get me wrong. He's a nice one. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, hey, hey. I'm missing out on all this good bank, buddy. Got him. 2.5-pounder. I feel like I should go back up that bank. Heck yeah. I love this rod. It is a square bill crankbait rod. It's a 6'9", medium heavy, moderate fast. I will have it linked below, as well as the Pro SP reel. I hope these jumps are on camera, because I don't know. They've all jumped to the left of the boat. I don't know how much of that I've gotten on camera. Ordinarily, I would stop and fish the, you know, the banks or the laydowns. I'm not catching them that way. I have flipped too many of those today to keep doing it. They're in a patroller mood, and that's the most dang fun you can have on land. Well, actually, hold up. We're not on land. What a dumb statement that was. Man, after that fish catch, that big one, I deserve a sweet tea on the way home too. Who's calling me at such a time as this? It seems like they're not out from the bank. They're in the cut banks in the shade. I've just discovered I'm only a third of the way to the pickup point. And how long have I fished? Oh, also, uh-oh, we got a big rain cloud right here. Holy cow. Uh-oh. Let me check my phone again. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna get rained on. Well, my goodness, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know that it was long. It was filled with tons of fish catches and also tons of instruction. It was definitely a new format for me where I just go bass fishing and then I kind of sit back in the studio and talk about the mapping and the lures. If you liked it, let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to learn all about the topwater lures, I will leave my masterclass video talking about every style up here in this corner. It is a clickable link. And if you want to watch my last kayak uncut video where I caught them in a little bit different way in a similar river, I will leave that up here in this corner. My name's Tyler. As always, it's a pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on TRF.